Gaffer, victory here today for Doncaster Rovers. How do you assess that one?
Deserved, hard fought, and we know the battles and the games we've had over the last couple of years with Doncaster, and they've always been hard fought. But we definitely deserve that today. I thought we were superb with our intensity, with our commitment to our game, and we put them under a lot of pressure. I think there was a couple of mistakes on our part that gave them opportunities in the first half. But in general play, I thought we kept them down to a real minimum. Even though they've got really good attacking intent and players there. But I thought the way the players just maintained the level of intensity all the way through the game. There was maybe a lull in the second half for about 15 minutes, but we got that sort of edge back again, and some magnificent performances and absolute wonderful goal to win a game of football.
And how proud are you of the players to stand up to the challenge today after what's gone in the last few weeks?
So I'm always proud of these players because I see them every single day, and I listen to them and we talk to them and we see how they behave and all that sort of thing, how they interact. So that's what makes me proud of them more than anything, because I know over the long term that's what enables you to get success. But we haven't been at our level for the previous two games. But we also look at, when we dissect a game, in certainly the last two games, there's stuff that we could do better without a shadow of a doubt. But there's a lot of stuff that the opponents did that made us not play so well as well. So we have to understand the level of opponent we went up against in the last two games, especially because even though the Cardiff one, we were at a good level, but we weren't in the last two games. But we don't judge our overall progress and our whole season against two monsters in this division, really. Not monsters, sorry, but successful, and you can see why they're successful clubs. We got our own standards and our own levels, and we want to compare ourselves to what our best game is, and that's what we did from Tuesday to today. And I thought the players found their verve, found their speed of play, and we put pressure on the opponent as often as possible, and that's what we're good at when we're 1v1. The goal is a perfect example. Josh, 1v1. We saw him at the start of the season. He wasn't turning back. He wasn't coming out. He was going for it. And he did that a few times in the first half, and he did it for the goal. Great ball up, and Tariq's finish is absolutely magnificent. It's I think it was at that time, I believe, wing back to wing back. So one sort of midfield defender to another. We've got the front three in the box. We've got, if it pops back out, our whole back line's up, and that's us as a team. And we just wanted to give clarity to the players on Wednesday about what we can do better, taking out the equation what the opponent brings.
That's it. We talked about clarity in the week, and when you look at that goal, like you say, Josh beating his man, Tyreek, he's taking it first time on the volley. Yeah. That shows clarity of thought and bravery. Yeah,
this go for it attitude. I think that's where we are. And it's hard to maintain at every single game, and sometimes you can get knocked off your stride because of what the opponents are doing. I think that's happened in the last two games, and then we've sort of in game we've struggled to find what we are again. And it's hard to have that clarity in game when things are not happening as you expect them to happen. But that's why we analyse things really, really clearly, and that's why we feed it back really clearly, so the players can have that clarity going into the next game to see the picture and understand what we do really well. And I think we saw that today from minute one. We made mistakes, we overhit passes, but it didn't deter us from trying it again. That's our biggest quality, I feel, that we have that attitude that a mistake doesn't define the rest of our game, but that we go on to the next action. And I think today was a perfect example of that, because it was a really tight game, as in obviously the score line, but to keep that belief and momentum going into the second, right to the end, and see out the game at 1-0. Some brilliant decisions. I know I'm talking about going for it, but when the lads are, like Tyreek at the end, and he could go through, and it's 30 seconds a minute from the end to turn out, go in the corner. That's maturity, that's professionalism, that's composure, and actually thinking about the bigger picture. I think we've just missed that for the last couple of games, but hopefully today is a great learning curve and confidence boost for the players.
And taking all that on board and showing all those attributes today, how much is that a testament of the character across the whole group?
Yeah, like I say, I think look, we're not perfect, and we don't even have aspirations for perfect because they don't exist. So I take that away. But you can have a mental attitude. You can have a team ethic. You can make choices every single day to be the best person you can be. You know, stuff happens to everybody, but it's how you react to that and how you take it forward. And I think what we've encouraged the players to do, and we've got real good pros in there as well, that they can help us do that, is that, you know, nothing is fatal. You know what I mean? That's it. There's plenty of life in us every game. We've got, I don't know, 20 games to play from now to the end of the season. And we don't know what the next 20 games will look like as in results. As long as we look like that as a team, that's enough for me.
That's it, like you said, they kept going right to the very end, and it was a late goal that won it. Didn't get frustrated, kept that clarity, and really gave it their everything.
Yeah, that's all I asked for. Honestly, I said that to the players. You know, when we look at our team, it's got to have a beating heart to it. You know, there's a feeling there and a drive and intensity, and I think that's what we showed all the way through. And this is, I'm not doing down the players and their quality. You see the goal. I mean, that's unbelievable. Talent and ability to do that. But there's so much more to us that you have to do to earn yourself the right to bring that quality forward. And I think when we marry both of them up, but it has to start with the building block. The first one is the basics. After that is your quality. And when we do that, we've shown already a lot of times this season and last season that we're a very good team at whatever division. But it doesn't give us a divine right, and it doesn't make us entitled that we feel, you know, every game is a given for us. We have to earn it, everything we do. And the players have done that today.
You mentioned the quality in Tyreek's goal, but the whole team worked very hard to get a clean sheet as well, didn't they? He'll get the plaudits, but that's just as important.
Yeah, you know what, I mentioned it myself really, and I should do, because there was some real good defending. Because they've got some really talented players in the front areas, and their actually attacking data is really high. And so for us to nullify that for large periods, for us to stick to our press and how we defend, I thought it was great discipline from that. And if they ever get behind that back line, you got Sam there mopping things up. Because I actually think, even though we've conceded goals in the past 3 games, I think Sam Walker's played really, really well. So I'm glad for him especially, and the other guys, but to get the clean sheet, because if we do that, we know we've got the talent to score goals. Might not be 3s and 4s, but as long as we score more than the opponent, that's the main thing.
Caden Jackson and Paul Mullen came straight into the side today. How much are they going to add to the group and with their quality? Yeah,
I think it was a big boost for everybody yesterday when we got them agreed, like verbally on Thursday, and then we knew they were coming in, and we involved them in training yesterday. Did a little bit of tactical stuff on the analysis just with those 2 guys, and I spoke to them both, and they've played a couple of bounce games for their clubs, so they're not match sharp as in fitness to go 95 minutes, but their experience, their knowledge, and they look after themselves really well. Good top pros. They knew they could play a part today. So I think with Sars missing, it pushed our sort of our ambition with Caden a little bit more. To start the game, I assured him yesterday we wouldn't put him out there for 95 minutes because we want to protect him. And but they both, you can see the quality that they've both got in those positions. I think Caden's got the versatility to play anywhere along that front line, and Moores is a number 9. That's it. He was a constant pest for them, and you know, I think they helped the team find its identity again. And listen, they're celebrating as much in there, and they're absolutely buzzing because they probably both missed that feeling for a little while. So I think they'll help us a lot. You know, obviously Moores is on loan, Caden we signed permanently, so we're really pleased that we've got them on board.
Just fitting into the group like that so seamlessly, like I say, celebrating the change room, shows the sort of character we have here, doesn't it?
I think it's an easy group to slip into. Honestly, if you've got the right character, right personality, and you're a good person, I think you slip into the group straight away. You know, it's a brilliant group of men, and they love and care for each of us so much every day. And I didn't see anyone turning on anyone in the last couple of games. I think it was important for that, you know, because we have to understand what we're up against in this division. And I think it comes out in games like that and results like that. So I think they're going to enjoy their football here.